Hello, 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 and welcome to the Good Vibes Lifestyle, happening usually on Thursdays, but it's Saturday night tonight because, and I'm broadcasting tonight because I didn't want to miss the week because I had lots to share with you tonight. Just crazy week. I'm busy editing the next episode of Galactic Good Vibes and just stuff, right? It's been a crazy week. So I want to welcome you to the Good Vibes Lifestyle. I'm Lesley Klein, and this is where we focus on raising our vibration so we can thrive. I'm so grateful that you're here with me live. And if you're live wherever you're at, you can actually mark it in the chat and tell me where you're watching from. Do this on the replay. If you don't catch me live, that's okay. So I'm so grateful that you're here. And whether you're coming from your meditation space, your kitchen table, or anywhere in the world, you're exactly where you need to be. If this is your first time here, you're in a space where we raise our vibration, expand our awareness, and bring joy, clarity, and magic into our daily lives. Together, we explore the intersection of spirituality, wellness, consciousness, and cosmic alignment, all while keeping it grounded and practical. So again, wherever you're watching from, you can comment while we're live, and I stream to both Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So where are you watching from? I'd love to know. So let's get into it. I'd love to talk about the astrological news and what's happening. The big news this week on Wednesday, on the 11th, I believe it was, is when Jupiter went direct. And so why is this important? Well, after months of reflection, we now have a path forward because Jupiter went direct after several months of being retrograde. I believe it went retrograde back in November. So if you felt like you were doing a lot of inner processing, rethinking your goals, waiting for clarity, you're not imagining it. Jupiter retrograde is like a cosmic review period. Now that it's moving forward again, we're entering a phase where insights turn into action and possibilities start opening again. So this energy supports clarity, communication, growth in projects, and expansion in all areas of life. It's a perfect time to take inspired action. Jupiter is the planet. It's the benefactor planet, the great benefactor. And so the energy unlocks and begins flowing outward now again that it's direct, and it went direct on the 11th. People will often experience renewed momentum, clearer direction, opportunities resurfacing, inspiration to take action, and confidence returning when Jupiter goes direct. And Jupiter apparently goes retrograde about 4 months every year. So just be aware of that. And so if you felt like things were stagnant or stuck, this may be why. Now, what's interesting is 3i Atlas. Remember that? 3i Atlas is that comet that passed by the Earth. It was closest on December 19th, which was a new moon. Well, it's actually going to be closest to Jupiter, since we're talking about Jupiter, on March 16th, just a couple of days from now. So I've heard many different opinions about the impact of 3i Atlas. Some people feel like it's just a comet, but others feel like it is giving us light codes and has new, what was the thing I heard today? New geometric patterns coming to the Earth, coming to Jupiter. If it affects these other planets in our galaxy, it's affecting us too, because everything has energy. So the energy of Jupiter, as it's passing by and getting this new energetic information from the 3i Atlas, will also impact us too. It was the platonic solids, the geometric patterns apparently have changed. That's according to Edward Grant, I believe. So that's really interesting. And, who knows exactly how this 3i Atlas is a brand new energy coming through our galaxy, and many astrologers and psychics and seers say that it is bringing new information to our galaxy to help us upgrade, to help us ascend, to help us evolve. So the other big news with the cosmos and what's happening is Mercury retrograde. We are still in Mercury retrograde. So if you're familiar with Mercury retrograde, you know that it rules communications, contracts, computers, and it's a time where you want to review things. Anything with the word, the two letters re in it, review, refinance, refresh, anything that you're going to go back and redo, back burner projects that have been hanging. It's a great time to tie those things up, because once Mercury goes direct again, which will happen in a week, let me show you. It went to retrograde on the 26th. It goes direct on the 20th, which is a very special day, this coming Friday. So Mercury retrograde is really a time, I always kind of saw it as like almost like a vacation time. It's an invitation to slow down, to reflect, and rewrite the old stories. So since communications feel murky going out, it's a good time to go within. And your intuition is your compass during the Mercury retrograde period. So in addition to Mercury retrograde, we are in a waning moon phase. And so the waning moon phase means we're moving from the full moon, which we had not just a full moon, but actual lunar eclipse as well. Lunar eclipses mean it's like a triple full moon. So you have triple the energy of what you normally have during that full moon. And so we are going from that energy to the new moon, which is coming up on March 18th. So what's important about the waning phase of the moon, this is the moon, when we get to the full moon, this is like the culmination of everything. This is when we harvest the fruits. And then in the waning moon, we're integrating, we're digesting what we've learned and integrating it into our energy. So this is the time that we're in now as we move into the new moon on the 18th. It's also in the sign of Pisces, and the sun is in the sign of Pisces. So Pisces season tends to be about introspection, intuition, and spiritual reflection. So this is Pisces energy. It's very spiritual. It's very intuitive, very sometimes emotional as well. And the sun went into Pisces on February 19th, and it is going to move into the sign of Aries on March 20th. So March 20th is important because Mars actually is the ruler of Aries, and Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. So it starts the astrological new year. And Aries brings courage, initiative, and a spark of new beginnings, especially after this dreamy, reflective Pisces season that we've had this last month or so. So the sun doesn't always go into Aries exactly on the 20th of March. Sometimes it's the 21st, sometimes the 22nd. But the big thing this year is that March 20th is also the spring equinox. So the spring equinox is also when the sun is in Aries this year. And actually, I think the spring equinox happens when the sun does go into Aries. So it is happening on March 20th. So the spring equinox, what is that all about? The equinox is both, whether it's the fall equinox or the spring equinox, it's about balance. Equinox means balance. This is where we have equal daylight, equal day, equal night. So it's a balance period, it's a renewal time, and it's an energetic alignment. So this portal opens the way for courage, clarity, and conscious new beginnings. So the message from the cosmos is process what needs to be released, align with your inner guidance, and step forward into expansion with intention. So March 20th, when Mercury goes direct. We have the energy of Jupiter being direct. We have a new moon that just happened on the 18th. And then the sun's going into Aries on the 20th. So there's a lot of forward movement that's going to be happening. If you thought things were moving faster now, we're not even there yet. We're building up to it. So this is a great time to kind of prepare for that. And, if you do have projects or plans or anything like that, don't start it during a Mercury retrograde. Wait until March 20th and start those new initiatives, the new projects, new beginnings of any sort on March 20th. That's the best time to do that because of all of the energies with the spring equinox and the beginning of the whole new astrological year. So that's what we've got for astrological news right now. And let's move into UFO and UAP disclosure. So we're shifting from the cosmic to the collective. Let's talk about what's happening in the world of UAPs, or unidentified anomalous phenomenon. So recently, the U.S. president issued directives aimed at identifying and releasing the federal files on UFOs and UAPs. This is a big step toward transparency, but there's still public and expert skepticism about what will be released, because he just basically put out a social media post, and that's not the same as an executive order. An executive order gets more attention, but Representative Burleson has been talking about how it has started to move things in the UAP world as far as Congress. There's a task force that's been working on these hearings and getting disclosure happening, talking to whistleblowers, working on legislation and this kind of thing. So, things are moving and it started, but I do want to share with you, if you haven't already done this, and let me find here's the link. If you haven't already done this, go to this link. It's tinyurl.com/GVTV WHCTA. That stands for White House Call to Action. This is part of New Paradigm's work, the New Paradigm Institute. And this is where you can sign basically a petition to urge the president to create an executive order. And we've got, I think, over 1,000 petitions in so far, but we need to get as many as possible to push that to happening. So I want to share that with you now. I was going to do it later in the show, but since I started talking about it, I figured I might as well share that with you. Okay, so Stephen Greer has a new film out that you can actually watch right now. It's called CE5, The New Frontier of Contact. Now, CE5 stands for Close Encounter of the Fifth Kind. And the fifth kind means where we're initiating contact with the ETs, with our star family, and being kind of ambassadors. That's what he talks about. And so in this film, which I did watch, it's on Amazon, it's on Apple TV, and here's the link that you can actually go through my Amazon store to purchase or rent the film. All of this helps Dr. Greer in his efforts, because he's basically self-funded. So this new Frontier of Contact movie is all about the CE5 experience. They follow a CE5 group that's reaching, it's where you go out underneath the night skies as a group and do a certain meditation and ask the ETs to show themselves if it's safe for them. Because what they've been finding is the government and defense contractors have been shooting the ET craft down. They've reverse engineered enough of the ET crafts that they know how to send these you've heard of the DEWs, the directed energy weapons that some say created the fires both in California and the Palisades, and also in Lahaina in Maui. These types of weapons are out there. They've even used them against protesters. Those are called LRA or something, or they're laser type. So anyway, they've been using these directed energy weapons to shoot down the ETs so they could get the technology and reverse engineer the technology from them. And this is something that Dr. Greer has talked about since 1993. So check out his film. And his whole point is, I think he's given up on the government trying to do disclosure. And he feels that it's important for the citizens of Earth to reach out to our star family and start becoming ambassadors and developing the relationships with the ETs. There's so many people out there that are psychics that channel information from the ETs, which is what I'll be talking about in a minute, which is why I started this series called Galactic Good Vibes. But let me finish with Dr. Greer right now. Dr. Greer here's his website, Dr. Greer, StephenGreer.com. He has a whole archive that you can check out of all the data. He's had like over 750 whistleblowers come to him over the years since 1993. Giving him information about what's been happening behind the scenes in these shadow government, these SAPs, special access programs. And actually on his website, and I'm going to be ordering it myself, he has the booklet of what he shared with the presidents over the years. He has the latest one. It is redacted for some of the things for national security purposes, but that book is out. I'm going to be sharing that information as I get it. But you can order that book, and he's got several other books and things and movies and stuff that you can see. He's put out a lot of great information that'll kind of get you caught up with what's happening in the UAP world, because it is something that's going to be, we're going to be seeing more and more of it. Dr. Greer on May 9th of 2001, he had his first National Press Club event where he presented the Disclosure Project, which is what he calls it. So this year will be the 25th year anniversary of this event, and he is planning on doing something again at the Press Club. I'm not sure, I haven't heard a date yet, but sometime in the month of May is when he's planning that. So I wanted to share that. So I really trust Dr. Stephen Greer. For some people have maligned his name and put him down and this kind of thing. But I think that's counter operations from the CIA, because they don't want him, doing what he's doing. He has had threats on his life and things like that. So let's now talk about Galactic Good Vibes. So Galactic Good Vibes is a new series that I'm doing all about, I'm interviewing people who are ET experiencers. They have relationships with ETs, they channel them, they talk to them telepathically. And so my first episode was with Dr. Melanie Barton, who is a holistic psychotherapist, and you can see her full episode. I broke it up into parts because it's a long episode, 55 minutes long, but you can watch the full episode here at this tinyurl.com/GGV Barton Full, and that will give you that full episode. And I just rewatched it, and each time, I get more and more information. It's really interesting. So the second episode that's coming up is going to premiere this Tuesday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. And that episode is the first part of Kevin Briggs. Kevin Briggs is a channeler. He's been a channeler and has been in communication with the Council of Eight, which are 8 different beings that are from 6 different species of ET. So depending on your level of knowledge about this, I'm curious to see how people will respond to this information, whether they will accept it or reject it, or, they may be familiar with this kind of thing or not. But his information is just fascinating. And so the first premiere, the episode will premiere at that time, and the website, it'll be on my YouTube channel. So I will send out some social media things that will tell you the exact link to get there. But if you just go to either good-vibes.tv or go to my YouTube channel, which is at Raise Your Vibe and Thrive, you'll be able to see it, especially when it goes live at 9 o'clock. And then you can watch a replay at any time. So that episode premieres then, and that's just very exciting because, yeah, he has a lot of information. So let's now talk about Citizens for Disclosure. Citizens for Disclosure is the grassroots arm of the New Paradigm Institute, which is led by Danny Sheehan, who is a constitutional lawyer, and his life partner, Sarah Nelson, who is a social justice advocate that I did interview on one of the Disclosure Dialogues episodes. Fascinating woman. She's in episode 6. Check that out. So Citizens for Disclosure, we're in the middle of a special campaign. It's called a pledge campaign, and I'll talk more a transparency pledge campaign, where we are reaching out to the different legislators to ask them to sign this transparency pledge campaign, and it has several points in it. And this next week, I'll actually pull it up and share it with you, and we'll read through it. So we're just in the beginning processes of that. And so if you want to help us in this endeavor, please join newparadigminstitute.org. And you don't have to be in Florida. I'm one of the co-leaders for the state of Florida. But whatever state you're in, even Canada has a group of volunteers that are doing this work. So it's fascinating stuff. And I just want to invite you to join us because, we are in interesting times. And this is, I think, something that every human on earth will be impacted by. I'll mention quickly, Steven Spielberg is coming out with a new movie. I'll play that trailer next week. If you haven't seen it, it's very interesting. But that premieres on June 12th, and it's all about disclosure. It's called Disclosure Day. So one other action you can take, and you don't have to be a volunteer for Citizens for Disclosure, but you can take the action, which is going to this website, like I mentioned before, tinyurl.com/GVTV WHCTA. And you just fill out the form. It'll send an email to the White House urging the president to make an executive order, not just a tweet or a social truth, about disclosure, because that will make it more official, and the ball will start rolling. Representative Eric Burleson is working with Danny Sheehan to create legislation, a standalone bill that will be presented in the next couple of months to the Congress for them to vote on, that has to do with UAP disclosure. It addresses whistleblower protection and other things like that. So as that comes along, as we have more information, I will be sharing that with you. So this is where we step into our power as conscious activists, showing up, asking questions, and supporting transparency for the benefit of the collective. And, this is, just taking this one action, writing the White House. This is one thing that can be done. But there are other things like meditating at 2 o'clock for 15 minutes and sending love and light to the planet. That's something that astrologer Pam Gregory from the UK has recommended doing. And the more people do it, the more impact we have. So that's a simple thing that you can do to, be an activist, but do it consciously. Another event that's coming up is a peaceful protest that not only indivisible, but it's called the NoKings.org. They have been organizing these protests throughout the year, kind of anti-fascism, kind of really pro-democracy. It's taking back our power. And you can go to this website, nokings.org, to find out where locally are they having these peaceful protests. And they have a lot of educational videos and things so that it can be safe, because this is a First Amendment right to peacefully assemble and protest. But the rogue police departments have been out there, doing the wrong thing and not supporting that. So they have information on things that we can do to protect ourselves if you are wanting, if you feel led to doing this. I'm only sharing information, and discern what is right for you. I'm actually planning on attending an event that's happening near where I will be on March 28th. It's going to be a fun event, and some people call it fun trouble, right? So it's something that you have to decide for yourself what you feel led to do. And speaking of tapping into our intuition, this is something that I think is really important, that we individually can establish that connection with spirit and find out what is right for us and get that direction directly from our higher selves. So there's a lot happening in the world, and I feel like meditation is the best way to really connect with our higher self. And I have been leading these short little guided meditations, and this week's meditation is called the Cosmic Alignment Meditation. So let me get our music together, and hopefully you're in a position, don't be driving or operating heavy equipment and doing this meditation. You want to be in a peaceful place. And if you can't do it right now, you can come back to this recording and do it in a more appropriate time. So let me get our music started. I've been using this music in the background here. And so let's relax and take a moment to connect with our higher selves, where we can get that proper discernment. So take a deep breath, a deep, slow breath in, and gently exhale. Breathe in and out through your heart. Visualize the breath coming in and out through your heart, and feel your body settle in to the present moment. Visualize roots growing out from your feet into Mother Earth, all the way down through the different layers of the earth to the core of Mother Earth, where you see a beautiful, crystalline heart, and it's beating. Wrap your roots around and in to Mother Earth's heart, and feel beautiful love energy coming up through your roots and into your heart. Take a few breaths here and feel your
Lesley,
body glowing.
Here's your reminder. Put our patches on. Lesley, here's your reminder. Put our patches on.
Feel your body glowing with this love energy. Now, like a tree with its branches reaching up to the sun, see branches of this love energy coming through your body from your roots up into the cosmos, connecting with the sun, connecting with the stars, connecting with the great central sun. You'll see a golden white light coming down from these cosmic lights, down through your branches, down into your crown chakra, and into your heart, where they commingle with Mother Earth's energy and fill every cell of your body. You are the bridge between heaven and earth, just like the trees. Continue to send this energy from the sky and the earth into every cell of your body, energizing. And when you are full, visualize a beam of pink light streaming from your heart to all of the 8 billion people on Mother Earth, sending them love and light, connecting all of our hearts. And as you breathe in and breathe out, see that energy pulsating to the other human hearts on the planet, and send that love and light to all the animals on the planet, to all the plants on the planet, to the minerals, the ocean,
It's time for bed.
back to Mother Earth. Feel gratitude in your heart for your extended family. Now imagine a soft indigo light surrounding you. Indigo is the purple color. It's the color of intuition, inner peace, and spiritual opening. With each inhale, draw in clarity, compassion, and wisdom. With each exhale, release tension, old patterns, and anything that no longer serves you. Send those energies, all that tension, down through your roots to Mother Earth, where it can be safely recycled. Sense the energy of the waning moon releasing what is ready to go, and feel the pull of the new moon in Pisces, guiding your deepest truths. Now picture Jupiter's golden light expanding into your heart, into your mind and spirit. Feel confidence, curiosity, and courage with every beat. Repeat silently, I release what no longer serves. I open to clarity, compassion, and my highest expression. Now take one final breath and gently return your awareness to your room where you find yourself. Okay, come back. So how was that for you? You can put it in the comments if you'd like. Pause the music. Okay, so I hope that meditation was helpful in connecting and bringing energy into your field, and also sending that out to the planet, and putting you in a better place energetically. So now let's talk about the spread of the week. Now that we've kind of connected with our higher self, and I have been using this book called 111 Oracle Spreads. And each month this year, I am promoting or using one of these Oracle Spreads. And this week, we're going to talk about the Time Traveler Spread. So I'm going to read from the book. And you can go to good-vibes.tv, the Amazon store button, and that'll get you information on the book if you'd like to purchase it. So this time traveler spread is, I'm going to read directly from the book. It says, "It is often said that in order to know your future, you must know and understand your past. This spread transports you both backward and forward in time, so you can observe the past energies that have led to the challenges and opportunities in your present moment, as well as the potential outcomes in the future." So card number 1 will represent the past energies. And I am using the Psychic Tarot Pocket Oracle deck. Psychic Tarot Pocket Oracle deck. And I'm going to shuffle and pull the 3 cards for this particular reading. Card 1 will represent the past energies. Card number 2 will represent the present moment. And card number 3 will represent future outcomes. So I'm going to pull 3 cards now. And the first one, representing past energies, is the throat chakra. This particular Psychic Tarot deck adds the chakras in there. So where did the book go? So the throat chakra, of course, is our expression. And this is representing our past energies, throat chakra. So let's see, and intuit it yourself. What are you getting for yourself that this may represent? So I'm going to read. Sorry, my background. There we go. So it's a light blue color, and the element of the throat chakra is sound, and the keywords are I speak. So this chakra is, of course, located in the throat area. It represents communication, sound, creativity, and the ability of clairaudience, which is inner hearing. Many artists, speakers, writers, singers, and individuals involved in the creative arts will often have active throat chakras. To balance and stimulate this energy, try humming, chanting, or singing out loud. It's a great tonic. Most important, if you have something to say, please speak up. When this area is fully activated, don't be surprised if you suddenly become creatively inspired. So throat chakra, what we've expressed in the past, that is what card number 1 is representing. Card number 2 is balance. And balance, I believe, is the Temperance card. So this is representing the present moment. I gotta put the card down to get the book. So balance is card number 11, which makes sense. A wonderful number 11. And so I'll read about balance. This card represents the need for balance and harmony with your inner life, as well as with what's surrounding you in the physical world. This denotes that some lifestyle adjustments are required at this time. It could be associated with love, relationships, business, or even your career. The balance card is also being shown to you to make you realize that what you perceive to be happening around you is really an externalization of an inner process or conflict that you may be currently experiencing. This card will often appear if you work in the legal field or when you're involved in a law-related matter. Have faith that justice will triumph, as justice and karma go hand in hand. Take only what you've earned, treat people fairly, and don't take advantage of anyone. This is all part of living a balanced karmic life. When determining something, there must be a state of balance, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, so that you can make rational decisions and logical judgments. This is a time to be honest and caring and responsible for the choices that you've made, as well as the ones that will be made in the future. So I'm sorry, this is not the Temperance card. It is the Justice card in the Tarot, the traditional Justice card. And the third card, and this is representing the future outcomes, is Rejoice in Celebration. This is a good card. So this is the Three of Cups in the regular Tarot. Let me pull that up. Three of Cups. The cups represent the emotional body. So rejoice. Rejoice in celebration. A time of merriment, celebration, birth, success, and victory is at hand. You're doing what you love most and are pursuing your passion. When you follow your heart with intuition, when you follow your heart and intuition with zeal, there are no limits to what you can achieve. When the energy of excitement and love is present, you can feel it moving within you. Somehow love has a way of showing you that you're connected to something much larger than yourself. The number 3 symbolizes unity and a time to rejoice in gratitude and sharing, whether it's with family members, friends, or even coworkers. This is the moment of fruition for all of your dedicated work. So pat yourself on the back and party and dance in celebration of your accomplishments. So I'm going to put all these 3 cards here. Whoops. So the past representing, I have to do it this way. Past card is the throat chakra, which is communications. Then balance in the middle, representing justice. And then rejoice in celebration is the third card. So it's interesting. So in any of these spreads, you would kind of put the 3 together, and collectively, let's see. What we have to look forward to is something happy, something very good. And I do think about the spring equinox, which is kind of the start of spring. Of course, we've got St. Patty's Day on Tuesday, which is a lot of celebration during that time, and Mardi Gras, these kind of things. So I think energetically, we are celebrating the new beginnings, right? And the present moment, it's balance. We're kind of going into balance. And since we're talking about the throat chakra, it would have to do with our creativity and our expression. So we bring our creativity and expression into balance currently. This will bring, things to celebrate. So I don't know if that's a good description of those cards, or if you got something better, because I'm kind of doing this on the fly and trying to push all these buttons. But hopefully you like that spread, and you can use it yourself. I'm sharing these spreads to help you develop your intuition as well. So let's now talk about the tip of the week. Let me take this off here. So last week's tip of the week was to observe, not absorb. Kind of observe what's happening around us, and be like the eagle on the eagle's perch, looking down at the chaos and everything, that craziness that's happening in the world, and not getting absorbed into it. That was last week's tip. This week's tip of the week is to practice celestial breath work. And so this tip is about at sunrise or at sunset to take 5 to 7 intentional breaths. And then with each inhale, draw in the light, draw in possibility and expansion. And with each exhale, release doubt, fear, and old stories. The light at dusk and dawn is very special, and it actually helps you reset your body's circadian rhythm. And the energies from the sunset or sunrise are very important. So just being out and absorbing that light is very helpful to us. And taking those intentional breaths is also as well. So that's a great practice to do on a regular basis or as you're able to. So that is this week's tip of the week. All right. Well, my friends, I want to thank you for showing up and watching this special edition of the Good Vibes Lifestyle. Again, I usually do this on Thursdays at 4 and moved it to a later time just because of my schedule. I'm busy working on that, editing the next episode of Galactic Good Vibes, and excited about that one. So hopefully you can watch that when it comes out, and I will be sharing the link shortly. So thank you for watching today, and thank you for showing up with your heart. Your energy does matter, and together we're shifting the field of consciousness. Whether you believe it or not, we are all connected, and with quantum physics, we do have an influence. And so as we raise our vibration, we're also helping raise the vibration of all of the planet, all of the people, and all the planets. So sometimes holding that space is like the best thing that we can do, being in a space of peace, of love, of gratitude, of the good vibes. And that's one of the reasons I do the show, to really promote the good vibes lifestyle. So I'm Lesley Klein, reminding you to raise your vibe and thrive. If you got some positive energy, some helpful advice, please like, share, and subscribe. Share it with your friends. And thank you so much for watching. So have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you next week. Peace out, everyone.